We shall conclude this cycle with the final 10th sign of decline, the unbridled individualism. As great people of old used to say, individually twigs are easy to break, but get a bunch of them and it's impossible. So when society gets atomized, broken into little and often conflicting groups, it's ready to fall if some pressure is applied. There are few things that make me more furious than what teachers tell my kids in school. That concept of "you are born to be happy." What a load of steaming garbage. That is the essence of individualism. To me, happiness is a peak emotion, like a top of the mountain. Before you can reach it, you have to spend lots of energy. And you are not going to spend much time there. Brief look around and you start the descent. Then rinse and repeat. Telling young, impressionable children that life is all about chasing fleeting emotion is equivalent to setting them up for permanent failure, a lifelong disappointment. When they start relationships with their potential spouses, sense of being in love will wear out in a matter of months. People that are brought up with these corrupt, individualistic values will mistake wearing out of initial joy for being unhappy with the person they are close to, instead of realizing that their love matured, entered new phase, and break up. If work requires continuous effort before reaching a certain result, routine, and discipline, they will quickly lose interest, drop the job, or reduce effort. There are countless examples I can come up with, but bottom line is simple. Happiness is precious, and nothing precious comes in abundance. That kind of message being forced on people in schools, from the screen of TVs, by overly protective parents makes them miserable in the long run. I recall reading an article a long time ago about an interesting study. Scientists inserted electrodes in brains of some rats to stimulate areas responsible for pleasure. Rats were taught that if they press a button, they will be rewarded by a feeling of unbound joy. And you know what? Rats died in days. They were too busy feeling happy, so they skipped eating, drinking, procreating, moving, or sleeping. They just pressed button time after time until they collapsed from exhaustion. Shortcut to happiness. We are not so different, humans and rats. If we can find easy way to please ourselves, we are also tempted to press the button. Youth that spends his every free minute on PlayStation and skips homework, lives off instant noodles, and treats his digital world as if it's more real than the one he actually lives in. Or an addict that for his substance of choice is willing to sell his soul. Or countless social media drones that subject themselves or others to any stupid thing to get a few more likes and views for a little online clout. All of the above are shortcuts to happiness, and all of them are destructive to human that is too excessive with them. Happiness is precious precisely due to its scarcity, because before you get it, you have to spend time, energy, resources, and it quickly passes, so you have to keep going forward to reach this stage again. From personal experience, I can share some things too. I know firsthand what it means to be tempted to look out for yourself. When I wasn't even 20 yet, my girlfriend, now wife, came to me and said, "Honey, I am pregnant." She was clearly very nervous, didn't feel confident in my response. She said that she is willing to consider abortion if I don't want the child. And I had a dilemma. I wish I could say there was no hesitation, but I was almost a kid myself. I had my own ambitions. I wanted to do so much before getting settled. After thinking about it for a few minutes, I told her that I do not feel it is fair to flush an innocent human being down the drains just because I can't use rubber and she skipped pills for a few days. So, I cannot okay it. But neither can I stop her from taking this step. Because after all, she will have to become a parent too, a mother. She will have to take a full care of the child, feed it, change the diapers, etc. The only thing I can guarantee is that I am going to be here with her regardless. So, child was kept, my son was born, and I think we both made the right decision. You can't say I didn't wonder what could I do with my life if I didn't have to put a lot of my plans on a shelf. But I am content with doing what I believe is right. Although, if I was the only thing on my mind at the time, I would definitely welcome my wife's suggestion. do what would make me happy in a short term and in a way betray the man I am today. I believe we are not here just to be happy. We are here for a purpose, possibly more than one. And if personal happiness comes in a way of these purposes, it should take a back seat. One purpose for vast majority of people is to procreate. Doesn't matter if you look at it from religious or scientific point of view. Besides that, I don't know. Maybe my purpose is creation of this channel and making these videos. Perhaps they will help someone and make our world a little better. Maybe my hobbies can create something that makes a difference. What is it for you? Only you know. One thing for sure, though, everyone taking care of themselves only makes it worse for everyone. One of my lifelong principles sounds like, fear the indifferent. All the evil is from them. Did you ever need help and watched everyone turning another way? Did you ever offer help only to be suspected of selfish motives? In our sick society, people are neither willing to help one another, nor do they expect to be helped. Instead of huge common interests, we got a myriad of small individual wishes. So, in reality, little gets done on a large scale. We, as a species, feel like Alice in Wonderland. We have to run twice as fast even to simply stay in one place these days. At some point, I started to notice that in reality, it's people that try to live for themselves that are the most miserable. Like rabbit that chases his short tail, these people are engaged in futile labor that is destined to fail. Their expectations are raised too high to be successfully achieved. The end. But wait, there's more.